I'm gonna start with dislikes. I think one of the dislikes about the R8 is a no blind side assistance. Like with the R8, the mirrors have to be adjusted in a certain way for you to see the whole car. But there is times that people will sit like right here in my blind spot, and I cannot see them. And I almost got a couple crashes with that being said. So Audi put on a limiter. So like when you rev it, you only get 3K. And they put a limiter on that. And I don't like that whatsoever at all. Another thing about the R8 I do not like is that you can't like move the seat forward backwards. So you can't move it forward or backwards. You can only move it like back and forth, not forward or backwards. Like, so you know, you can't lean it back pretty much. Yeah, so another thing about Audi R8 is that it don't have a heads-up display. That's one thing I don't like. For a $250,000 car, it don't have a heads-up display, you know, and the technology of the car is not really that good, and that including the heads-up display. So pretty much, the technology of this car is not really that good. So another thing about the R8 that I really not like flying about, which I understand is a supercar, I understand it's not meant for carrying shit and packaging shit, is that there's no space in this motherfucker at all. You can probably get like a butt bag, you probably get like a duffel bag maybe, but you really get no space in the frunk of the R8. None at all. Now, 5 things I do like about the R8. The first thing I like about the R8, the fucking performance, bro. The performance of this car is fucking amazing, man. Like, it's a little scary. I ain't gonna beat you, it's a little scary. Even though I'm coming from a 650 horsepower Z01 supercharged, my Z01 is heavy. It's a really heavy car, and I have a wing on it, so it gives me a lot of downforce. With this car, it's like you're floating on like, you're floating on like a cloud and shit when you drive. And you don't know if you're gonna lose control or not. But you know, Quattro, best all-wheel drive system, it holds around corners. I take corners about 70, 80, you know, on ramps, off ramps. I hold, no sliding, no drifting, none of that. It feel like the car gonna fall off the road, but it actually holds down. Another thing about the Audi that I love is the laser lights. I fucking love the headlights. Man, these headlights are really like, they're fucking beautiful. I love these fucking headlights. I love the cosmetic of the Audi R8. I love the cosmetic here. The third thing I love about the Audi R8 is the fact that in these race Recaro seats, I get a speaker in my headrest. That is fucking great. When you turn your head and look out the window on the side, you can still hear your music loud and clear in your fucking ear. Another thing about the Audi R8, I love the brakes. The brakes, you get 6 pistons in the back. I don't know if you can see that. You get 6 pistons in the back. You get 6 in the front. There have been times I've been flooring it, going like 110, about 120. I would fully brake. I'll drop down to 60, 40 really quickly. The brakes of the Audi R8 is fucking amazing. And the last thing about the Audi R8 that I love, it's a fucking V10. Like you gotta love the V10 every trip. You have to love the V10. It's a great sounding car, great sounding, high revving, great engine.